Yeah. Let me introduce myself, what was not covered. I'm a Christ College boy, okay? And to be in St. Joseph's is an honor because during my days, a Christ College boy never looked eye to eye with a St. Joseph's boy. And here I am standing in front of all of you. Takes courage, right? Yeah? Great. And I also remember that I used to play cricket for my college, and it was right here, 200 meters away, there used to be a cricket field. Sadly, I see a building coming up, like everything else in this country. And memories came back to me, and it was an absolute pleasure. In fact, when I walked into the gates here, that I'm walking back to the same place where I used to be a youngster just like you all, but only the arena and the setting was different. But I'm sure the hope in your hearts and the passion that you're living for is the same. And with that, I introduce myself to the topic which I've taken up for me when Afreen out here asked me to come and speak to you all. First of all, let me tell you as to why I took up this particular word, combat aviator, because as far as I know, there are 4 types of aviators in this world. Okay? People who dream to fly. They just dream. They keep dreaming and do nothing about it after that. People who fly to dream. Okay? And I'm sure most of you all are there. All of you have flown sometime or the other, and you're dreaming. When you're flying, you wish you were the pilot yourself. And then there are people who fly. Okay? They actually go sit in the cockpit and fly. Make their dreams come true. And then there's another category. The guys who are off their heads. What you're seeing is a representation of this great army that all of us belong to. And I say all of us, because each one of us contributes to the very fact that we have such a lovely army and such a lovely nation to live in and for. Okay, this is the perception of an army aviator. And this is a perception I had too. And there's nothing wrong in having a perception. The slide says it's always the word cloud. Okay? And if I were to ask a youngster, and I always ask the youngster, what is it that you look for when you want to be a pilot? Because when I used to fly, I used to meet youngsters, they used to come up to me, and those days Kargil happened, and 26/11 also happened. So yeah, we also had our moments in the sun, felt good, because most of the time we were working off the limelight. So I just pitched in these words, and they speak for themselves. Somewhere I put Ray-Ban too, yeah. Yeah? Because I asked one kid one day, why do you want to join? Why do you want to fly? He says, sir, Ray-Ban pehne ko mauka mil jata hai. I thought that was a lovely thing to look for. Just wear a Ray-Ban. Because that's the way, when we were kids like you. Did I say kids like you? I stand corrected. When I was a young adult like you, I too was mesmerized. Tom Cruise and Top Gun was happening those days. And that was a big motivator. Okay, we didn't have the F-14s, but a helicopter is good enough. And that's a good thing to work for. So, this is a perception, let me tell you. There's nothing wrong in it. Okay? These are perceptions. These are what the dreams are made of. And dreams are always like this. Okay? Does anyone have a dream where you're working hard, sweating? No. It is always the good things, and that's why it's called a dream, and that's why it's good to dream. But for this to happen, there is something else which needs to take place, or which you will have to endure. And I speak what I'm going to say next from personal experience, because I went through it too. Because when I thought I would be a pilot, I always used to think that, it's going to be, fast and furious, mean machine, glamour. I can flirt with some girls too. Okay? That's what I thought. But this was the reality. Yeah. Have a look. Okay, I've managed to touch down. That's the bunker of the other side. So all this has to be done quickly. Okay? Because by the time he takes his aim and he's got you on your crosshairs, you have to be out. Okay, you can see the distance. You open the door, you take a step, and it's 6,000 feet down below. Once again, you can see our boys, they've come down, and that's the beauty of the Indian Army Jawan. He's always got a bottle of tea for you. Okay? He's always there. Come what may, he's made the tea because he heard a helicopter coming. Okay, and I'm telling him I'm not getting down. So he's telling me, okay. They get their letters, they get their rations, they get their matchboxes. You know how important a matchbox in this place is? If there's no matchbox, there's no fire. And there's no fire, there's no heat. If there's no heat, you're dead. As simple as that. So we used to deliver matchboxes. That used to be the lifeline for these guys. So next time you light a match, take a look at it again. Okay, so this is, take off again, and now this is crucial because I make myself visible beyond a certain area. I'll be directly in his missile firing range. Okay, and that is where I stop because there's no point going ahead, and I take a deep dive, go down and disappear and get ready for the next sortie once again. Okay, to people who even fly, when we used to tell them, they used to tell it's impossible. I'm showing it to you on video. So it is. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible at the first try, impossible at the first try, but the moment you put yourself to it, the moment you apply yourself to it, the moment you decide and believe in it, it will be possible. Therefore, next please. I'll share a secret formula with you as to how to, it's so easy to talk about difficult, impossible, this, that, whatever. But this is a secret formula which I would like to share with you. Next, please. Okay, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions will define your result. It's a very powerful statement I'm making, ladies and gentlemen. You've come to the college, you do it every day. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you do your daily routine, you take a bus, scooter, whatever, auto, come here, come in class, study, go. Same thoughts, same feelings, same actions, same results. Okay? If you continue doing having the same thoughts, if you continue having the same feelings, and if you continue doing the same actions every day, the result will be the same. Don't expect magic. Don't expect things to happen. If you want this to change, if you want this to be like that landing there, you have to tell yourself, I can do it. It is possible. If that guy can, so can I. If you want that, you have to have this feeling in you, the emotion. Dikhana hai, karna hai. I will need to do it. But that is not enough. You need to take actions too. And if any of these three you shift, you change, this will change. So I'm keeping it with you. Linger on it a moment. Think about it because each one of you all will be looking at it differently. Okay, but it's a very powerful statement. This is the way we all thrive in our organization. Because for us, impossible is nothing. Okay, if you had to do the 26th level, it is to be done. So how do you do it? Let's do it. There is no two ways to it. Whether it has to be done or not done, that does not exist. It has to be done. So how do you do it? Change the thought, change the feeling, change the action. The results will speak for themselves. Okay. Next, the truth revealed, the way I call it. Okay, impossible is just an excuse for not doing a thing. Whatever you do, do it. Do it. Only then you will know whether what you thought is right or wrong or whatever, you will validate it. And do it now. And thereafter, develop the courage to follow through with the consequences. Because whatever you do will have a consequence. Be alive to it. In your first 20 years of marriage, not marriage, married man comes in, kicks in. First 20 years of life, okay, I'm domesticated now. It comes in, kicks in between. I'm learning that too. 20 years initially of life is dreaming. Good to dream. Dream. You're in that stage. Sadly, getting over it. Each day it's getting faster and faster, it's denuding. The next 20 years is action. I would say 30. I'm putting myself also into it. Okay? 30 years is action. And the rest of that life is the consequence of these two. Remember that. Okay? Your dreams in your first 20 years, your actions in the next 30 years will be the consequences of how you live the rest of your lives thereafter. So just take that thought and keep it with you. You've got a lovely whole life ahead of you. Okay? If you want to do something, act on it. If you dream, make it a reality. If you think, change the belief. And do it. That's all. And the last part is, this is a lovely poem. It's my anthem in life. It's my Facebook DP too. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Okay? Nobody can do anything in your life other than you yourself. Nobody. Okay? They can influence you, but whatever you do thereafter is contingent to only you and only you. Therefore, I end my talk with this very powerful message that I am the master of my fate and I am the captain of my soul. Write your own stories, ladies and gentlemen, and live to read it out to people one day. Thank you so much for your time, and it's been a pleasure once again. Thank you.
We thank you, sir, for being here. We request you to stay on stage as our curator comes to felicitate you.